I was down with the flu recently and stayed in my room for a few days. I live in a community of priests and brothers. A number are elderly and not well, so I kept away from them as best I could. Stayed away from common prayer in the chapel, and I ate alone. Now, I know that's not near the experience of the leper in today's gospel, not at all. Leprosy was a frightful disease at the time of Jesus, and until relatively recently could separate someone from family and friends for a lifetime. The lepers lived isolated lives, and isolation can be deadening. In fact, they're often described as the living dead. And Jesus came upon a leper in today's gospel, wandering outside the town that he was visiting. Now, obviously, the man heard somewhere that Jesus was a healer. So he came to Jesus and kneeling down, he begged him and said, "If you wish, you can make me clean." And moved with pity, Jesus stretched out his hand and touched him and said to him, "I do will it. Be made clean." The leprosy left him immediately. He was made clean. There's so much to learn from this short account. First of all, Jesus is moved with pity. His heart goes out to this isolated man. He touches him with his hand and reaches to him physically, not afraid of the consequences. He wills that the man be clean. Like so many of the other miracles in Mark's gospel, Jesus wants the man to be well and complete and at home in this world. Then Jesus directs the man to show himself to the Jewish priests who at that time would judge the man was free from disease and could go back home. He tells him not to tell anyone, but the man tells everyone he can, so that Jesus can't enter a town openly. Crowds of people flock to him looking to be healed. The miracles of Jesus are not just signs of his power now. They also point out what we're called to do. Now, we can't cure or heal the way he did, no. He alone has the divine power to heal absolutely and completely. But we can be moved with pity, just as he was. We can see and hear someone like this, the isolated leper cut off from so much. We can offer a hand, a word, an ear to listen. Healing can happen when someone does that. Healing can happen in so many ways. Mark's gospel ends the story of Jesus curing the leper by saying that Jesus remained outside in deserted places, and people kept coming to him from everywhere. In his ministry, Jesus goes from town to town, from place to place, Mark's gospel says, but he doesn't forget the deserted places where people like the leper were. He brings life to them too. And we shouldn't forget them either.